My world was devastated. Oh, I was devastated. Oh, you couldn't have told. Oh, I was like, oh, this is about to be the first time in my academic career I'm getting ready to fail a class. Oh no, oh no, oh no. What's up? How you doing? Welcome back to A Moment in Time with yours truly, Aaron Thomason. I'm super excited that you're with me, but I got a question. Did you bring somebody with you? Did you give this to 3 people? Did you put the big fella to work? All right. Now remember, on A Moment in Time, this is when I let you into my business, so I need you to be gentle. But the hope is that you'll gain some clarity and some confidence to take the next step in the direction of your goals so you can end the cycle of self-doubt and frustration. All right? Now, let's talk about this. We've been talking about belief. We've been talking about what we think, what we speak, and what we do leads us into the direction of that goal, building that confidence. I'm getting ready to let you into my business a little bit. This goes back to college, and this is actually not a sports story. It was a stats class for business, and in this stats class, I'm going into the first test. Boom, something. I got me an A+. I'm in there being a model student. I'm sitting on the front row. Hey professor, I'm doing all this. Yes, I'm the teacher's pet, and I'm a nerd. So what? Hate me if you want to. Whatever. So I'm doing all this stuff. Right? And so we get ready to have the first test. And she says to us, all right, here's what you can do. You can actually put a page of notes together and you can use for your test. I'm like, oh, I'm got this, man. I got an A in the class. I got my notes. I'm good. Well, I take the test. Actually, I felt pretty good about the test. I'm gonna be honest. I felt like I did pretty good. And we get the test back, and so she passed out the papers. I'm looking down, and I'm like, all right, cool. Everybody got this stuff. So I raise my hand and say, hey, professor, so this grade is out of 30? She says, no, it's out of 100. I mean, hold on. That can't be right. Because the only thing on my paper is a 29. She politely told me, yeah, this was out of 100. So that means I just got a 29 out of 100 on an open note test. My world was devastated. Oh, I was devastated. Oh, you couldn't have told. Oh, I was like, oh, this is about to be the first time in my academic career I'm getting ready to fail a class. Oh no. And guess what? I had to actually work myself out of that because in my mind, I was like, oh, doomsday is happening. And this is going to be a foregone conclusion because I'd never seen a 29 out of 100 in my academic career. And see, on your journey, I was on a journey to get my degree. And see, on your journey to do something different, you might actually have something that happens to you that you ain't never seen before, that it ain't never happened before. And it might not be the best thing, but the question is, how do you respond? How do you respond to when you get your 29 out of 100? 1, I was embarrassed. But then 2, after I got out my feelings and I was embarrassed, I said, oh, this can't be how this ends. Oh no, this cannot be how it is because I cannot see myself taking this class again. I can't see myself failing this class because my history had already proven I don't fail classes. See, there's something that you've done in your life that your history has proven that you get it done when you get it done. I'm gonna say it real simple. You get it done when you get it done. So you got to rely on that, though you're in a different space, that you're moving from the familiar to the unfamiliar, that you are used to getting things done when you get them done. So it don't have to stop now, though you in a place that you ain't never been before, and you might be experiencing something that's never happened before. You still get it done when you get it done. So guess what? In my brain, I'm like, okay, now that I'm out my feelings, see what I just did? I had to change my thinking. Had to change my thinking and started seeing myself passing the class. And I started seeing 98s on tests and I started seeing 100s on tests because I knew that's what I needed to pass this class. I was not getting ready to fail this class. And that's what I want you to have the attention, that you are not getting ready to go through another week, another day, another year where you don't accomplish the things that you see in your mind. We're going to stop the second guessing because you will not do it again. That's the thinking that needed to happen. For me and my grades, that was the thinking to say, you ain't never failed a class before and you ain't about to fail one now. So guess what? I changed my thinking and I began to see myself passing the class. And guess what? I started speaking that too. Oh, listen, it's a little tough right now. Oh yeah, I don't know how I screwed this up, but guess what I'm getting ready to do? I'm getting ready to figure this thing out because no. I'm passing this class. Yep, that 29 brought my A all the way down to a D. I ain't getting no D. I ain't never got that. And the D and I had a weak D at that, so it was close to being an F. Oh, I'm not doing that. That's the thing that started coming out of my mouth. I started activating the power of belief. Activating the power of what I believed was gonna happen. Because I had already saw it here in my mind after I got out of my feelings, that was possible. So I started speaking that thing. And my teammates and some of my classmates were looking at me crazy like, dog, you do see you just got a 29 out of 100. Yeah, but listen to me. It's still early in the semester. The professor said that I get a chance to come to her office hours. I promise you, we getting ready to be best friends, but I promise you this, it ain't going to end like this. It's not ending like this. I was so convicted. And I need you to be that convicted too, that the attention of your goal and your dream is that it is not going to end just in your mind. It's not just going to end as something on a piece of paper. It ain't going to end like this. Speak it. Turn the power of belief on and turn the power of doubt off. But the last thing I did is I had to get to work now. Let's be clear. Because underneath what I thought and based on what I was doing, that's what got me to 29 out of 100. Let me be clear. She let me take a test with notes that I prepared. And I still failed the test. So I couldn't be arrogant. And see, some of y'all arrogant. I just want to keep it clear. I'm going to keep it a stack. Some of y'all arrogant. Y'all believe so much in what y'all doing that you don't want to invest in nothing. You don't want to humble yourself to somebody else's insight or understanding. You don't want to do none of that because you got it. I've been doing it like this before, and I'm going to do it like this again. But what you see in your head, you ain't never seen. Ain't nobody around you got it. And I don't care how much you YouTube it, Instagram it, and Google it. You ain't going to get it unless you humble yourself to somebody else's thinking and somebody else's tutelage to help you get you there. Because guess what? For me to get out of that 29 out of 100, I had to humble myself, make myself very inconvenient, and go to my professor's office hours all the time. Now, I'm going to further tell you even worse. When I got to her office hours the first time, she understood how off I was in them notes that I took that got the 29 out of 100, that she gave me her own personal home number that anytime I had any problems, I could call her at her house. And what you think I did? I called her at her house. Every time I had a problem. Because now I went from thinking and knowing I was going to pass to speaking it. Now I had to do something different. I was at her office hours. I was calling her at home. I was at her office hours. I was calling her at her home. I was at her office hours, and I was calling her at her home. I was doing that consistently because, again, what I was thinking and what I was speaking, there needed to be some action to line up. Your actions going to speak way louder than your words do, but your words need to precede what your actions sound like, okay? I want you to hear that. Your words need to precede what your actions sound like. I need you to hear me so loud that you hear my actions speaking. And my professor knew, let me be clear, she knew my actions were speaking so loud, she was making herself available. She was giving me the best that she had. And see, some of you all want a great dream, but you're not giving it the best that you got. And so you want the best of somebody else and you ain't giving it your best. You're not being consistent. And what my professor saw, she saw the consistency, and she said, I gotta give this kid everything that I got because he is working so hard to get himself to a position that he still believes that he can get an A out this class. And this boy just got a 29 out of 100 on the first test. And guess what? With that consistency, with that every day, that every moment, that every day, that every moment, that even the classes that I had that didn't even deserve all of my time and attention, that every day, that every moment, every day, every moment, what happened? I got myself out of that 29 and 100 hole. I got myself to the next spot that I could actually see, I could actually get an A. And I kept moving, and I could see that I had a chance to get an A. Now listen, if this was a Disney movie, it would all play out. Oh, Aaron got an A and it was perfect. Let me tell you something, I didn't get an A. I actually didn't even get a B. I ended up getting a C. I was right on the cusp of getting me a B. And I'm gonna tell you something, I was so proud. I was so proud of that C Because had I not set the goal to go after the A after I got that 29 out of 100, I don't know that I get that C. Even believing that I could get it, and I was working hard on it and doing the studying and started getting the grades and the understanding to move it forward. Maybe it was a hole that I was in that I didn't quite get there. But my professor knew. She said, Aaron, you've been working so hard. I believe that you know this. I hate that you started out in a hole as big as you were in. Because I just can't justify giving you that grade, but I really want to give it to you. See, some of you all are starting out in such a hole from some other people that you need to be proud of where you are. You need to be proud of what you've already accomplished. You need to be proud of the moment that you're standing in right there, because less a person would have failed. A lesser person would have given up. A lesser person would have broken under the pressure and you didn't. All I want you to really believe is I don't care if it's 29 out of 100. I don't care if it's 0 out of 100. You woke up today and you got a chance. But it's got to start with your thinking. And if you think that it's possible and you begin to speak that it's possible, you're going to start doing the actions that's possible. And maybe you won't run out of time, because I ran out of semester. That's all it was. I just needed another test. I needed a couple of more weeks. I would have got that A. Maybe instead of you running out of time like your boy did, you'll have an opportunity that you'll accomplish everything that you believe is possible, regardless of where you started from. I believe that for you, because you got it and you can do it. So this is what I want you to do for me. I want you to take those goals that you wrote down for 2022 that you allow for somebody to look at. Now I want you to go back and ask them, hey, do you see me working towards these? Because it's going to come down to the actions now, right? We can think about it all we want to. We can speak about it all we want to, but we got to get in motion. We got to take the next step in the direction of our goals. We got to build that confidence as we get clarity that it's possible. I got you. But I want you to let the person that you let see your goals, I want you to ask them, do you see me moving forward? And all I want you to do in the comments is say yes or no. Yes, they saw you do it. They see you doing it. Or no, they don't see you doing it. Either way it goes, it's affirmation to keep coming, keep going, or it's conviction to get moving. That's all this means. Because I want you to be better for it. And I know you know somebody, maybe 3 somebodies that need to be better for it. Let the big fella work for you. Send this video to them. Save the relationship. And I want you to understand why I'm so passionate about this. Because I want you to remember this. Just because you started out on this journey to get better, it doesn't mean that you weren't already good. So until next time, I'll see you then.